Have you ever stopped to think about the fans behind a band? What is it about the music that keeps fans coming back for more? Or is there more? My name is Renae Lipsmeyer, and I am the host of this podcast, The Space Between Podcast, the podcast where we talk about the fans of the Dave Matthews Band. Each week, a fellow DMB fan joins the show to discuss their journey with the band. Welcome to the Space Between Podcast. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Space Between Podcast, the podcast where we talk about the fans of a band. But I'm not going to tell you which band yet. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, you're going to know really quick who we're talking about. And those of you that are coming back and making this another episode that you've listened to, thank you. You do know who we're going to talk about, but hold on. I want to give you a little bit of a history lesson. So in 1983, which seems like a long time ago. I think it was a long time ago, even though 1983, I don't want that to sound like a long time ago. But in 1983 in Cleveland, Ohio, there was something called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that was established. It is best known just because of who is in that Hall of Fame. They've had so many years of inducting a class after class after class that the list of people that are inside of this club, if you will, the names are names that everyone knows. Ray Charles, Sam Cooke, Buddy Holly, Little Richard, Elvis Presley, Aretha Franklin, B.B. King. The list goes on and on. And pretty much any human on the earth has heard these names before. They're not secrets, they're known. But also what all of these names have in common is the fact that they had longevity in their career. So one of the things that you have to have before you can be even nominated to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is that an artist becomes eligible 25 years after the release of their very first record. So they have to release a record. And then 25 years later, they become eligible to be nominated to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And so what we are going to talk about today is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony for the class of 2024 is next month, which is October of 2024. And my absolute favorite band, the Dave Matthews Band, is being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So today I have a guest on the show. He's known inside of the community of fans in a big way. He's been so helpful. And so if you don't know him, I'm going to let him introduce himself. Tell us who you are and where you live.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ridge Richter, and I live in Columbus, Ohio.
Now, how long have you been a Dave Matthews Band fan?
I saw my very first show in 2003 in West Palm Beach.
Yes, that's a
Yeah,
great place. Did you live in Florida? How did
yeah.
you
I'm
end up in
ori-
West Palm Beach?
I'm originally from Daytona Beach, and I lived down there till I was about just in my early teens, and then my whole family is from Ohio, so I moved up here when I was a early teen, and been here ever since. So I love it.
And there are a lot of Dave Matthews Band fans in Ohio.
Yeah, it seems like every month or every time we get together, or there's some kind of gathering in the area, it seems like you always meet somebody new, which is kind of what we look for nowadays. Anyways, is always looking for new people to hang out with and experience this band with as a group. So it's definitely living in the Midwest. You're definitely spoiled, and everybody that listens to this will agree that the Midwest, you do get spoiled show wise, and the ability to travel by car so quickly, and to do multiple shows throughout the summer
Yeah.
easily.
everyone that's listening to this, or if you're watching this on YouTube, this is not Ridge's first time to be on the show. He's been on a lot. You're probably like at this point maybe the person that's been on the show the most, maybe.
Oh, I've been on a few times. I've known that for sure. Yeah, I've definitely been on a few times. Definitely this year. This year I've been on quite a few times. So I
You
always look
have been
forward to it.
doing so much this year. I mean, you're
I've
doing
been
a lot
busy.
every year. So if you are just watching this or listening to this for the first time, Ridge is such a big part, like I said, of the community. He really lets us just kind of celebrate the music all day when it comes to the night or the night before a Dave show, especially for people that are traveling in or just need something to do, but also enjoy connecting with the other fans. Because even though we may not know each other, we all bring such vast experiences to the table. And it's fun to exchange those stories and listen to the people that were tape traders or people that, got their first CD or people, just so many stories that people exchange. And so Ridge has been really good to always have these events planned, very manned or staffed, if you will, by other fans. And I know it's a lot of work, but I know that your heart and soul is in this and that it makes you happy, of course, which in turn is making other people happy. So that's what we are going to talk about today. Welcome back to the show. We are so excited. Like I started with this episode saying that, our boys are getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of
I
Fame. And
can't believe
so
it's finally here.
it's all happening. It's all
Finally.
happening. And
Finally.
so there was a public sale to get tickets to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There was a pre-sale. I know for me, like as soon as I heard what was happening, I went right to the website of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and just kind of started reading. I think what triggered me first was I was going to see, like, is it going to be a public event, and if so, were there going to be tickets? And then I got to reading and I found out about their fan club that you could join, and I want to say it was like $25, $30, whatever. But what it gave access to was that you would get like a pre-sale code for the
Yep.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. And I was like, you mean I have to give you 25 or $30 for a chance to take? I said, take my money right now. I want to support your cause anyways, but here you go. I've spent more at Taco Bell and gotten less, right? So
Yep.
so I didn't, and thank God we got tickets, and so I'm so excited. I know you're going to be there.
Yep.
So for those of you that are traveling to Cleveland to watch our boys get inducted, or if you are just close to Cleveland, or if you're coming in, you can still celebrate
Oh
without
yeah.
getting in, because believe me, it's going to be live on TV. People in Cleveland are going to be watching it, so it will not be hard to find. So if you're looking for a place to get together with other Dave Matthews Band fans, Ridge is going to walk us through what has been planned to celebrate our boys getting inducted.
So like Renae said, if you're coming to Cleveland, you don't have to be going to the ceremony to celebrate our favorite band getting inducted into the Rock Hall. If you are coming to Cleveland for the weekend on Friday, October 18th, so that's the day before the actual ceremony itself, we are doing a night zero gathering where we're going to get everybody together at a location and we're going to celebrate. And not only are we going to celebrate the Dave Matthews Band, of course, but we're going to celebrate all the artists and we're going to just celebrate being together again. Another weekend to celebrate something that most of us, I don't think, have ever got to experience. So I know I've never been to a Rock Hall induction ceremony, and most of the people that I've talked to have not ever been to one. So it's just going to be a new experience for all of us. So I can't wait to do it together as a group. So
Yeah, it's my first time too, and I mean, I don't even know what to expect. I know Justin, who is my husband, and I were talking the other day, just because recently they released two like special guests were going to be, and special guest performers. And when we were reading that, we were like, wow, this not. I mean, we knew it would be a long like program because it's a ceremony, it's a whole event. We knew it would be long. but we have no concept of what it will really be like, because I know that they have to maybe scale some things down for TV purposes,
Yeah,
for commercials, for different things. And so when you're actually at one of these events, they could be more lengthy, some more fill-in type stuff.
sure.
But you talk about celebrating all of the people that are getting in, and I am on board with that. Yes, we love the Dave Matthews Band, but I am here for every single one of these people that are getting inducted this year. It's an amazing class. Mary J. Blige, Cher, of course, the Dave Matthews Band, Foreigner, Peter Frampton, Kool and the Gang, Dionne Warwick. I mean, what?
Yeah,
I mean, everybody knows those names.
yeah,
Everybody knows those names. And then we've got all these other special performers that are coming out. I mean, I'm excited about Busta Rhymes. I'm so
yep,
excited about, like, how many times have I seen all of these people under one roof? Never
yep.
has this happened. So it's going to be such a fun event to watch, whether you're watching it live or watching it on TV, on the internet, on your cell phone, wherever you can tune in. I encourage you to do this, because this is going to be a show like you've never seen before. I encourage people to get together and let's celebrate this together. It's something we'll never see in our lifetime again. So I encourage everyone to come on up to Cleveland and celebrate with us. So Ridge, tell us some more about this party. What can people expect, and like, where is it? What are we going to do when we get there?
Sure, sure. So it's going to be on, like I said, it's going to be on Friday. So the day before the ceremony, that's October 18th. And it's at the Jolly Scholar Brewery, Pub, and Kitchen. It's a brewery, full bar. They got a full kitchen. So it's very easy to find. The address is 11111 Euclid Avenue, and that's in Cleveland, Ohio. So again, it's 11111 Euclid Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio. So
How many
it'll be
ones is that? How many
five,
ones is that? Five ones.
five,
Okay.
five
Okay.
ones. So yeah, they have Grace. They have, they have opened their doors to us, and shout out to Ben Parker for helping get that location locked down. And yeah, and they're going to let us invade their space and celebrate our band there together. So there's a lot going on, and everybody is welcome to come. It's not a ticketed event; it's free. It's all ages up to about 9 or 10 o'clock, and then it kind of switches over to a older, or a 21 and older crowd. So bring the kids out early. There's, like I said, it's a full food menu and a full bar. There's full brewery taps, and anything you want to eat or drink is available from the start of the event all the way till about 10 or 11 o'clock for food. So yeah, and if you are going to the party will kick off at 5 o'clock. The brewery itself opens up at 11 a.m., so you're more than welcome to get there as early as you'd like and hang out. It'll be open tables, and it'll be first come, first serve. There's plenty of room, plenty of seating. There's a gigantic bar that has plenty of seating as well. So there is plenty of room for everybody to join us that day at the Jolly Scholar. And then the bar is open till 2 a.m. if you feel that you want to celebrate late and hang out there. They're open till 2 a.m. and they're going to host us very graciously that night. So I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I know that Ben talked very highly of this space and its uniqueness, and I hear it has a unique position in town. Like, what is it like there where it's at? Because I know that's often like one of the things I think about when going to these shows and being unsure of like the city in general. Like, what kind of
Sure.
area are we in?
Sure. So it's about 5 miles east of Cleveland. If you've ever been to Cleveland or if you're from Cleveland, there is a couple universities out that way. I am from Columbus, so obviously I don't know too much about Cleveland except for downtown area, but this area has got a lot of universities. I know there's a few hospitals. There's a lot of museums, so it's a very nice, well-lit area. There's a lot going on for sure. There's a lot of, a lot of foot traffic and a lot of students
Yeah.
and a lot of people enjoying that part of town. So there's definitely
Yeah.
a lot to do if you do get down there early. I know the Museum of Science or Museum of Art for Cleveland is right across the street from where the party is going to be. So you're more than welcome to go to the museum before the party. You can make an entire afternoon of being in that area. So that way, you can, utilize your time and, hang out with us all afternoon. So that way, if you don't want to come straight to the party, there's a few museums right there in the area that you can go check out before you come on over. So,
That's perfect. Soak up some culture and then soak up some culture. Like just a weekend of culture,
yeah,
right?
sure. I think so. I think we're all going to learn a little something that weekend.
But like this is the next big thing. And then, then after this is over, we'll start talking about fall. And I know that you've got some parties planned for fall. So if you're listening to this and you love a good party with Ridge, come back because Ridge will be back on the show to talk about fall shows and opportunities to get together with other fans.
Absolutely.
So let's talk more about the Jolly Scholar. I know you've got some events planned as far as like you're going to have some live music and
Oh, yeah,
things
of
to do while
course.
you're there.
Of course, we got a full afternoon and evening full of music and fun stuff. Before we get into the entertainment, we are going to have obviously Renae and the Space Between podcast. They're going to have a table set up where you're going to be able to come and hang out and talk to them, maybe even do a live interview. I don't know what surprises Renae has planned for the event that night, but I know you might be able to get some free swag. And I
You
know we're
never
going to have.
know.
You never know. And I know we're going to have a few vendors set up there. I believe Star is going to be there and she'll have a table set up with a bunch of goodies. She always has a lot going into the fall and Christmas season. So I know she'll be there. I know that there's going to
Yeah.
be a lot of free swag and a lot of fun stuff to do from start to finish. So whether you want to be there for 2 hours or 5 hours, I promise you I will fill your afternoon with fun for sure. So now, entertainment wise, starting I think around 6 o'clock, I believe is when I think we're going to start the music. Obviously, we'll base it off the crowd and the vibe of the party and everything like that. But roughly around 6 o'clock, we're going to have we have 3 or 4 acts worth of music that's going to perform throughout the afternoon. So, in no order, joining us will be So Peachy. That is our good buddies Nico and Matt. They are from Columbus, Ohio. They're always a good time. They've been doing meetups and shows with me since the beginning. So shout out to those guys. They always do a great job. And not only do they cover Dave, but they also cover many, many artists, including some that are going to be inducted. So you never know what you're going to hear. They
That's
always
awesome.
they always have a really good array of music and a good set list that can cater to all ears. So they're definitely a treat, and you definitely want to check them out when they are at the Jolly Scholar. So they'll kick it off at 6:30 probably, and then after So Peachy, we have the famous Rob Messina, who, you know,
Rob.
good old Rob. Rob comes from Marlboro, New Jersey, and of course, he's been doing this a lot longer than I've been doing meetups and going to shows. So Rob's a professional, and he always brings the fire when it comes to the meetups and good
He's
performances.
so
So
good.
so
I
Rob will
mean,
give us.
so peachy is everybody's so good. Like you've got a
Everybody is
whole
so good,
lineup
of
of like
course, of course.
solid performers.
Yeah, yeah, and so Rob will give us a couple good sets to get us through the evening, and then of course closing it out. We actually have somebody new joining the meetup this year. We've got a new. We're going to try something new and see how it works out. So our good buddy who's played plenty of meetups with us from St. Louis, Missouri, Josh Santiago. Um,
Yay.
he will be joined by our good friend from Atlanta. His name's Ryan Clifford, and he will be playing
Yes.
the fiddle, and
He's
they are going
amazing.
to do a Dave guitar fiddle jam kind of show. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So they're going to really bring it for us. So and then you never know what's going to happen with the five of them and who's going to show up and what's going to happen. So I promise you it's going to be a full evening of good music. So I promise everybody to
Yes.
come out and please join us. So, and the music will go throughout the evening. It's not going to stop at any particular time. There's no really curfew. I can promise you that the music will definitely go from at least 6:30 to probably 11 or 12, if not 1. So we'll definitely fill the evening with music and a lot of good fun at the meetup all night. So
I have seen, I think, all of these people perform, and it is just, you never know in this world who is talented. It's so funny because everybody has like their day jobs and like their accountants, or they work at the airport or whatever they do, and then they break out a guitar and you're like, why are you not a rock star?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. There's so many talented people.
Yeah, and all five of them are unique in their own way, and they all have their own way of delivering the music of the Dave Matthews Band and other artists, of course. So I'm excited just to experience the variety of the ways that they're going to deliver our favorite band and the other artists that are going to be inducted
Mm-hmm.
into the Hall of Fame. So it's going to be a fun night, and like I said, it's a free event. So please join us, no matter who you are, and
Yeah.
I promise you it'll be a fun-filled night for sure. And a lot of people are coming from all over the place. I've been getting messages from people, and it'll be a good chance to meet a lot of Dave Matthews fans for sure. Whether you come by yourself or you come with a group, just come on down, and I promise you'll leave with at least one or two new friends. I can guarantee that for sure.
Yeah. For those of you that are on social media, what is a way to find, because I know you have an event up on Facebook, what is it under? How could someone find it?
Sure. So if you're on Facebook, that's usually the only method of social media I use. If you just search the DMB Gathering Rock Hall induction in the search bar, it'll pop up. You'll see the information come right up on Facebook. So you can also message me directly on Facebook, and I can send you the invite or the link, or I can answer any questions, of course, that you may have. So as far as the artist goes, most of them are on Instagram. You can find So Peachy on Instagram, Rob Messina on Instagram. I believe Josh Santiago has an Instagram. Like I said, just search all them on Instagram or Twitter and any of those handles, and I'm sure you'll find their
I think
pages.
Josh is Santigram. Isn't
Okay, yeah,
that
yeah,
so fun? I
yeah, yeah,
love
yeah,
that. I mean, so clever.
yeah. Yep. So yeah,
I love
definitely
that.
check them out on Instagram, and they have live videos and clips that you can watch and just see how amazing of musicians they are. So it'll definitely be a very fun evening to celebrate.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And if you've never been to one of these events, and I totally understand the feeling of being nervous going into a room with a bunch of people that I don't know, even if I know that you love the Dave Matthews Band, like we've never met and like I don't know, are they going to be cool? But I have watched Ridge work a room. And it's funny because I know that you're a little shy too, but the Dave Matthews Band community really brings out all of your good qualities, and you can work a room. He makes sure that every person is greeted and talked to, and you're just a great host. It comes naturally. So if this is your first time, if you're thinking about it and you're like, I just don't know, I don't know anybody, this is one of those parties that you're going to be glad you came to, because you're going to feel like you belong there, you're going to be welcomed, and you're going to have a good time. I've just not heard anyone say any different when it comes to the parties that Ridge is throwing. And I talk to a lot of fans. So, sir, that is a compliment. You are making sure that fans of this band are having a good, positive experience. It's a testament again of how incredible this fan base is.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm grateful. I got a great group of people behind me that helped me get these events done, and I couldn't do it without, of course, your help and all the people behind the scenes, and of course, all the artists and everybody. It definitely, I'm very, very grateful to be able to do this for everybody. And like I said, I really take the extra step to make sure that they're done. They're 100% right, and everybody has a good time because. That's what it's all about. I just want everybody to have fun, and the show is the bonus for me at this point.
Mhm.
I love the meetups and the tailgates, and I love to see everybody, and I just it brings so much joy to be able to do this stuff, because it's like, how long do we get to be able to do this? I live for each day, and I'm like, if I can host 6 events a year to make sure I see all my good friends and have a good time with everybody, I'm going to keep doing it. So that's what it's all about for me.
That's right.
Yep.
And I think it's important to invest in your own mental health. And this is your happy place.
Oh,
This
definitely
is
my
your
happy
place
place.
away from all of the problems that life has.
Yep. Yep.
Well, so, thank you so much for just coming on the show. And, this show is for the fans, by the fans. And so what better place for you to tell the fans, hey, there's a fan activity going on when we're celebrating our favorite band. So if you're listening to this on a podcast app, just know that you can watch this on YouTube. It's simply under the space between podcasts. And the benefit of that is we will have some information up on the screen, like the address of the event, but also be sure to check out that page or the event on social media, which is just on Facebook. So be sure to check that out. That way you could even print it out if you need it or save it to your calendar, whatever. That way you can keep those details in your phone. I know that Ridge talked about the parking and having it very well signed so that when you
Yep.
show up and you park, you're going to know exactly where to go.
Yeah, so when you do park, there's a couple different options. You'll be able to park in an underground garage, or there's going to be street level parking that'll be free for 2 hours. But then I was there just the other day and I saw the street sign said free parking after 6. So you'll be able to park on the streets for free from 6 o'clock till the end of the party. And like Renae just said, we do have some printed yard signs that we are putting together, and we are going to try to do some directional signs to help people get from wherever you park to the party without getting lost, because like I said, it is kind of in a college campus area, so there are academic buildings and stuff around, but we'll make sure that you find the Jolly Scholar very easily by signs or something. I'll make a video about a week or so before the party and kind of give everybody some more information up to date when it comes to parking. So parking will be either free for you or it'll just be a very low fee to park underground in the garage in a secured lot. So plenty of parking, plenty of options. It'll be easy, and I promise I'll get that info out once it gets a little closer to the event.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you again for putting this all together and organizing it in the way that I know you do, which is very organized, very timed out, very thought out. So thank you for doing that. And so if you're listening to this on a podcast app, or hey, if you're watching this on the YouTube channel, here's what you can do to help us. I bet that you know another Dave Matthews Band fan. I bet you do. And so if you will share this podcast, this episode, or this video with a Dave Matthews Band friend, that way we can spread the word that there's a fan celebration happening in Cleveland, Ohio before the Dave Matthews Band gets inducted. If you are going to be in Cleveland, I do want to mention, yes, the Space Between podcast will be there. We will be a little bit late there. We're flying in from Arkansas, and it is tough sometimes to fly in from our small little national airport. So our flights are going to be late. So in the meantime, Ben Parker is going to be the captain of the ship, as I call him, and he's got like a whole wardrobe that he's going to wear. And I'm so excited about this. So he's going to take over for the Space Between for a few hours. I'm going to trust him for a few hours to take over the Space Between while I'm in the air. And so be sure to show up. Ben is going to have some swag to hand out to everybody. We got some custom Space Between podcast stickers that celebrate the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And so we're so excited to give those out to everybody. So come by, get a sticker. Sign up to be on the podcast if you want to share your journey. We'll definitely be signing up people to do that. I should be there before 10:30. I know that is a long time, but hey, that is when the party is going to get started, because the music lasts until you heard him. The music's going to last way longer than
It's
that.
going to go way
come
longer
party
than
with us. Yes, party late, party while we can. Celebrate the fact that we are on this earth at the same time as the Dave Matthews Band. So It is not a night to go to bed early, folks. It is a night to stay up and celebrate.
I
I'm
can't
so
wait to
excited.
do it. I can't wait to do it with
I
everybody
cannot
either.
wait. It's like
It's
Christmas.
It's going to be like Christmas for sure. Christmas in October.
It's like Christmas. I know it's what it feels like. But man, this is such a big deal. It almost feels I don't know. There's not ever been a feeling like this, just because it's been something that's been part of our lives for so long. And to see it be honored in this way, it gives me such a proud feeling. That thing that I talk about all of the time to anyone that will listen to me, is now publicly to the world being said, hey, you have done an amazing job and we noticed it.
Yep.
And that is just everything to me. I'm so thankful. I'm so happy. And so guys, stay tuned. Of course, the Space Between will be there. We will be reporting like as the reporters we
We'll be
are for
there.
the
We'll be there.
and so stay tuned. We'll be all over the social media. So stay tuned, guys. But in the meantime, peace, love, and Dave Matthews Band. Thank you so much,
Yep.
Ridge.
Have a good night, everybody.
Space between the tears